He was constantly tripping over both his own mistakes and obstacles beyond his control, not least of which was a pandemic that had caused his income stream to dry up. Floyd's emotional declarations were nothing new to his siblings. As a teenager, Floyd would stop to give his sister Jaja a hug and tell her he loved her before leaving their house with his friends, just quietly enough to keep the other kids from overhearing. Floyd had grown up singing love songs karaoke style with his sister LaTanya, and when they spoke for the last time that May, they reminisced by belting out her favorite tune, REO Speedwagon's 1980 hit, Keep On Loving You. And I'm gonna keep on loving you because it's the only thing I want to do. As a young man, Perry, as family called him, had outsized aspirations to become a Supreme Court justice, a pro athlete, or a rap star. By the time his world came crashing down in the months before his death, he had been chasing more modest ambitions, a little stability, a job driving trucks, health insurance. Still, in his dying seconds, as he suffocated under a white police officer's knee, Floyd managed to speak his love. "Mama, I love you," he screamed from the pavement, where his cries of "I can't breathe" were met with an indifference as deadly as hate. "Reese, I love you," he yelled, a reference to his friend Maurice Hall, who was with him when he was handcuffed that Memorial Day evening. "Tell my kids I love them." These words marked the end of a life in which Floyd repeatedly found his dreams diminished, deferred, and derailed, in no small part because of the color of his skin.
Like millions of Americans, we watched in horror as the video depicting Floyd's murder replayed on news programs and social media feeds in the summer of 2020. The visceral footage set us on a deeper mission, one to find out not just about the fateful 9 minutes and 29 seconds he spent gasping for air, but to pull back the curtain on the lifetime of striving that had come before, and to understand the heartbeat of the historic movement for civil rights that followed. That mission took us to places we could have never imagined as we pursued two essential questions. Who was George Floyd, and what was it like to live in his America? In answering those questions, we ducked gunshots after spending time with his roommate at George Floyd Square, the Minneapolis memorial that sprouted up at the intersection where he was killed.
We sat for Sunday dinner with his large extended family, dining on the blueberry cobbler and candied yams he had once relished.
We got haircuts from his barber, with whom he shared his deepest internal turmoil.
We traversed Houston's 3rd Ward with Floyd's closest friends, listening as they laughed over old memories and cried out their grief over a life cut tragically short.
We went to church with his brother and to tarot readings with his girlfriend as they tried to make sense of it all, and then sat with them while they broke down when they couldn't. Floyd's loved ones responded with a level of candor and transparency that gave us a vivid sense of his humanity. Their memories helped reveal the suffocating systemic pressures Floyd ultimately could not escape, even as he tried repeatedly to reset his life and overcome his past.
In all, we conducted more than 400 interviews to craft this portrait of Floyd's distinctive American experience. We spoke with all 6 of Floyd's siblings, as well as with his aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, lovers, friends, employers, teachers, coaches, teammates, cellmates, roommates, counselors, mentees, and more. We also interviewed scores of people who did not know Floyd directly, but who possess an intimate knowledge of the societal forces that buffeted his path. Dozens of policymakers, professors, police chiefs, and other experts helped describe the American institutions that shaped the course of Floyd's life. Our reporting journey also led us to eyewitnesses, community advocates, civil rights leaders, city councilors, mayors, governors, senators, and the president.
After traveling for over a year through Houston, Minneapolis, Washington, D.C., and beyond, walking the streets where Floyd watched friends die, standing on the fields where he chased athletic stardom, listening to the mixtapes on which he rapped his insecurities, reading the diary entries where he agonized over his sins, sitting in the treatment